Não sei porquê. Não sei porque ela caiu, mas caiu.
Amazing! How will you choose?
Tem que minuto, hein, Gabriel?
Jens gave us a lot to think about, and now you need to decide which mob you think you'd enjoy the most during your time playing Minecraft. Any of them would be useful, but choose your favorite and go vote for it now. Yes, that's right, the poll is now open. To cast your vote, make sure you're logged into your Twitter account. Go to the Minecraft Twitter account and find the freshly launched poll with all 3 choices. Don't forget to click on the mob you most want to play Minecraft with.
Só para avisar, gente, a live tá um pouco...
I'll check back in with you so we can open the final round.
A live é meio que... A gente chegou meio atrasado, então...
I'm the star of the Minecraft YouTube channel.
And I'm Marilla.
Pra gente a live já acabou, tá ligado? Mas...
Minecraft YouTube channel.
We're here to tell you about all the excellent shows you can watch on our channel. Subscribe tomorrow.
Don't you mean subscribe today?
No. How do you spell Minecraft? What even is Minecraft?
These are just some of the
No.
questions you can ask our studio's brightest minds on Ask Mojang.
We've actually received a question for us just now. Do you
Minecraft
think
Jungle.
making a video game is the easiest thing in the world?
No.
Eu só vi uma
Literally
vez
no
uma
one thinks
pessoa
that.
jogando Minecraft
Well,
Jungle,
I
mas
did.
não vi muito não.
Until I started watching this informative series that goes behind the blocks of every part of Minecraft Dungeons development.
Do they show the footage of you tearfully
Tipo, eu
begging
não
to record
acompanhei
the
muito
game?
Minecraft Jungle, tá
Maybe in
ligado?
series 3.
Meet a Minecrafter interviews some of the most incredible members of the Minecraft community.
They asked me to appear on it, but I was too busy being young and cool and attractive and not lying.
Okay.
With so much happening
Talvez-
in the world of Minecraft, it can be
cavernas.
easy to lose track.
Achou
I
ótimo.
myself only recently learned that blocks have been added to the
Ah,
game.
nossa!
Subscribe to our channel and you'll be the
Acaba
first to
foi
see our announcements, trailers for new updates, upcoming games, and the exciting future of Minecraft.
Are you sure that's the right footage? Finally, this is our peerless show that tells you Minecraft's most scandalous secrets. Every month, we...
We're out of time.
Não.
No, we're not. We still have a few
Não,
seconds.
cara.
Have a great Minecraft Live, everyone.
No! Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and only watch my...
Spookier fall update,
Vamos botar pausado aí.
which brings back a lot of spooky
botar
modifiers to the game, gear, a new
Bom,
cave,
assim
a new
já
pet, and there's my new favorite armor, which has a spoon steering in your head.
I love that one.
Yeah,
Sério que não cai,
it's
não.
lovely. I like it so much.
It's a lot of fun to
Como
stare
tá
at while you're
funcionando?
playing.
Mas
It
a
might
gente já
distract
pode
you a
sair,
little.
sabe?
Hopefully not too much.
So those
Mas tá tão
just came
perto.
out, but we also have some new and exciting things to look at
Yeah.
that haven't come out yet.
Yes?
Conta 43 minutos aí no meio O Jungle Secreto. Ele demorou uma vez dele agora. E alguma coisa vai vir com o acho que não vai. Oxi. Não, nem passou aqui. Passou. Você vai continuar fazendo também com novas aventuras no Minecraft? RT, mais RT. Abrir de onde não era. Aqui agora tá falando. Escolher. Agora tá parecendo Deus Dungeon, mano. Não faz dungeon.
video is so exciting.
Yeah, I love that trailer so much. It has so many details.
So there's a lot going on in that video and a lot to talk about. But why don't we start with, now the DLC is done, what are seasonal adventures?
Right, yeah. Now that we are over with the story of the Orb of Dominance, we sat together with our friends at Double 11 and we started working on seasonal adventures, which are a new way for the player to progress through the game and increase in ranks, gather points, and hopefully get cool rewards at the end.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So how long do they last?
Right. Seasonal adventures, although the name is seasonal, will be infinite technically.
Okay.
So, for instance, say we release seasonal adventure number 2, you will always be able to go back to seasonal adventure number 1, gather some rewards there, go back to number 2, gather some rewards there. So it's a bit up to you what you decide to do with it.
That's amazing. So it just lasts forever. You get the new content and you still have the old content.
All the content.
And speaking of content, what are some of these new things that players can unlock?
Right, yeah, we added tons of new rewards that are completely new to the Minecraft universe. Some old, some new. We have tons of new pets. We have things like the duck and the fox, and I am so in love with all of them. We have flares, which are new VFX that you can apply to your character. So whenever you drink a potion or you beat an enemy, you get to show off a little bit and get some shininess there. Also, we got some emotes, which are these little dances or little expressions you can do with your character.
Show off a little.
Yeah, exactly, and have some fun with your friends. Why not, like we see here, having a party. Also, we added tons of new capes, because everyone loves capes.
They do.
And tons of new skins, just in case we were missing
That's a lot of skins.
Yeah, that's a ton of skins, yes.
Well, now we have a question from a Minecraft creator.
Right.
Hey, Strawberry17 here, and I have a question. Will there be free content included as a part of seasonal adventures?
The answer is yes. We always try to make sure there's content for everyone, regardless. So for seasonal adventures, there'll always be a free track and a track you can pay for. So there'll be different rewards in each, and you'll be able to get whichever you want at any time. So yeah, we wanted to cater everyone.
That's great. So how do you earn rewards?
Right, you will be able to get adventure points all throughout the game, meaning that doing the regular stuff you do, you'll get them. Like, say you beat a daily trial. At the end of the daily trial, you get adventure points. Also, we implemented new weekly challenges. So we'll ask you, like, this week, if you beat 100 zombies, you'll get extra adventure points. Yeah, but people do it so fast. I'm also impressed. And also, the best way to get adventure points is in the tower.
Okay, the tower, which we have not spoken about yet. So what is the tower?
The tower is another free single-player feature that we've added to camp, so you'll be able to see this gigantic tower in the camp. I love how it turned out, and it is a space with 30 different floors, each floor harder than the one before, and you'll get to fight in arena mobs, you'll get to fight bosses, you'll get to meet some new tower inhabitants, and yeah, hopefully explore around and be able to test your skill. So you will start with a completely blank character from the bottom, and you'll be able to find new gear as you progress.
Okay.
So yeah, the floors get more difficult, your character gets stronger, and you can test your skill.
That sounds really fun. So let's take a look at some live gameplay of the tower right now. And for that, we have JP. Hi, JP.
Hello. How do you like my throne?
I think you stole that throne from the Arch-Illager.
I think he stole it from me.
Looking so
Speaking of
sharp.
my stuff, let's go loot the tower.
Nice.
So what are we seeing here, Laura?
Right, so we prepared some special floors to showcase here. So this is an example of a very early floor. JP's tower avatar has very little amount of gear, and yeah, you'll be always have the context that you're high up in the tower, right?
So cool.
Yeah. We also wanted to make sure that the tower was a physical, magical space. So, yeah, we have a boat, we have a river, why not? So you'll be able to find a ton of magical spaces and new characters to meet. So yeah, this level is quite easy, as you can see, since it's very early on.
Yeah, JP's doing really well.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and we can see a sneak peek up there in that balcony. That's our tower keeper.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's a character that will guide you through the tower and, yeah, will guide you around and... Ooh.
Wow, JP did really well.
Yeah,
it was
so
a little
fast.
too easy.
Yeah.
So each of these levels generates itself, but you can come back for up to 2 weeks and replay the same thing.
Right, yeah, our tower runs will be seeded, and they will change every 2 weeks, meaning that for 2 weeks you'll be able to learn what happens in every floor. So say I reach floor 5 and I get defeated at floor 5. So then next time around, I'll remember, I should have chosen a different weapon, and then I bet I could have done it. So yeah, you can share those tips with your friends, and you can learn together how to go through the tower.
Yeah, practice and get better.
Exactly.
All right, let's give JP a real challenge now. We're going to go up the tower to a much higher floor.
Right.
You ready, JP?
Let's do it.
Right, so here we've prepared a sample of what a harder floor could look like. So we try to add new exciting combinations of mobs that we've never had before. So JP is right now fighting jungle mobs, but there'll be ice mob together with them, and there'll be some new mobs. Here you can see some tower wraiths that spawn fire in different new combinations. We also will have tower guards, which are extremely bulky guards. We even have a guest in the mix, and JP is getting sniped by it. So we're getting yeah, that's a tower guard right there. So yeah, we're getting tons of new combinations and new ways to experience the game and defeat mobs and find strategies.
Really difficult.
Yes, it is.
JP's not doing so good right now.
No.
JP, that was a valiant attempt.
Yes.
Really, really good.
That was so good.
So, you've talked about so many new things, but
Yeah.
when will people get to see them?
Right. We'll get to see them. Hopefully everyone will get to play in December.
December.
So very, very soon.
That is very soon. Thank you so much, Laura, for coming by. This is all very exciting.
Thank you for having me.
Let's take one last look at some gameplay from the tower. Once again, our friends at Element Animation have made us something to enjoy and perhaps belong to, all while taking us through everything you can do right now from Caves and Cliffs Part 1. Try not to get this one stuck in your head all week. I only say this because it's been stuck in mine.
Hey, you two! Have you discovered all the features in Part 1 of the Caves and Cliffs update?
Alex desistiu.
There's brand new colored candles and the lichen makes rocks glow. You'll find some amethyst if you look inside a geode. Those buds grow into clusters, then you get shards when they're mine. These are just a few of all the things there are to find, like jump across some drift leaves, make your house from these. Spending too much time in powder snow will make you freeze. You can mine rock hoppers, melt some agents into logs. A lightning rod and thunderstorms will stop you getting shocked. Copper oxidizes, but to stop it, make it wax. Craft your raw ores into raw blocks if you've got too many stacks. You can find axolotls in the water underground. Put them in your bucket, you can carry them around. There's glow squids way down here, they fill their caves with light. Make a sign using their ink, make the glow frame super bright. There's dripstone blocks and deep slate versions of their ores. There's so many things here to explore, there's so much more.
Cavernas. A parte 1, a parte 1, mas...
So much more. Well, it's been quite the turnout for our first round of mob voting. You have made your decision, and now one mob must go. We have the Glare, the Elect, and the Copper Golem. But you, the community, have spoken, and now one mob must leave the race. And that mob is the Glare. So that still leaves two amazing mobs to choose from. Which one do you want? Will it be the Elect or the Copper Golem? How do you see yourself playing and interacting with them in the future? Which one will make your game life easier or more fun? Or like the Year of the Phantom, way more terrifying? Don't worry about what anyone else wants. This is all about you and how you want to play. But make your decision quickly because it's time to vote again. There's a brand new poll just posted to the Minecraft Twitter account with only these two mob finalists to choose from. Make sure you're logged onto Twitter and click the mob that you just can't wait to spend your days and nights with in the game. Your vote really counts, so don't miss out on your chance to change Minecraft. I know who I'm going to vote for, and I think I can see Jens voting right now. Okay, so I know this will come as a surprise to pretty much all of you, but I definitely didn't love everything about school. Maybe that would have been different if I had Minecraft in my classes. Minecraft Education Edition is available for schools and after-school programs. You can explore awesome education content in Minecraft Marketplace. Learn about everything from sustainability to ancient worlds, even how to speak new languages, all in Minecraft. Seeing how with Minecraft, the students often become the teachers. When I tried becoming the teacher in my 5th grade science class, well, let's just say it wasn't But anyway, let's take a look at how Minecraft is being used in classrooms around the world. My kids didn't get in trouble just for telling everyone that homework was canceled forever.
Young people all over the world are using Minecraft to explore issues that matter like social justice, climate change, and indigenous rights.
We have different classes such as Braille and Sign Language. We reached out to one of our teachers who learned Braille and she taught us a thing or two.
Take a look at what these girls built, a school of the future. They thought about clean energy and inclusive design.
An interesting fact about our building is that we use coding to build the playground. It was very fun to make.
Students in India and Malaysia translated ancient myths into Minecraft worlds.
Under the guidance of my educator Kamal Ma'am, I would like to present to you an indigenous tale, Chiri and Ka, from Punjab, the land of 5 rivers.
In Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, classrooms are using Minecraft to explore indigenous cultures. And they're not just building blocks, they're building super useful skills. Games like Minecraft prepare you for the future, teaching us how to work together, solve problems, and even break code.
Normally in school it's like, here's this, do this, off you go. But now it's like, blank schedule, Minecraft, yes please.
This summer, students imagined a greener New York City in an epic citywide esports battle. I don't know about you, but I wish I had this in school. I think I would have been all over this.
Absolutely.
Kids in Wales designed more sustainable rugby stadiums. Teams of students built turtle habitats and wind farms. And in Slovakia, young people imagined a bee sanctuary in Minecraft.
During this build, I learned that bees do this thing called swarming.
We can live more sustainably, we can treat one another better, and can we all agree that learning should always be fun? Let's build a better world together.
Now it's the big moment. Let's talk to Agnes about the next update. Welcome back, Agnes.
Thank you.
How's the show felt for you?
super good. Like, I think it's a really fun show, and also, of course, we've shown so many exciting things.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm feeling quite nostalgic since this is number 10, and I have to say, as a second employee, the first woman on the team, and when I see you leading Minecraft, I just feel so excited about where we're going.
Thank you. That was very sweet of you. And of course, we many that lead it together, but I'm like the creative lead, and I'm super happy about that. But it feels quite surreal because I also used to be a Minecraft player and love this game, and it's I'm very happy.
Yes, I think we all feel that way, and it's so cool having so many people on the team who play and love it and care about it, and like we all feel like. I mean, we are part of the community.
Yes, we definitely are.
Now, Agnes, you are going to reveal to us what the next update is.
Yes. Okay, so the next update is called the Wild Update.
The Wild Update sounds very, very intriguing. So what does it include?
So, the word wild mainly means like two things for us. So the first thing is like beautiful nature. And the second thing is like really scary challenges and adventures.
That sounds awesome. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have some of our gameplay designers come and tell us more about specific things about the Wild Update, because there's these different parts to it. And we have the first one here, which is our Deep Dark expert, Brandon.
Hello.
Hi, Brandon. Welcome.
Thank you.
So we've moved the Deep Dark into this update. Can you talk to us more about why?
Yes, I mean, one of the biggest things about the Deep Dark and the water and the sculpt is that it's just expanded. It's gotten bigger, and we really wanted to make sure that we did this right and that we didn't just rush it. That includes even unique loot inside the Deep Dark as well. And yeah. We also want to make sure that sorry. Let's actually look at some of the new things that we have in it right now, which is the ancient cities.
That's awesome. I can't wait. Oh, wow.
Oh. Uou. Deu líder upgrade? What? É isso que eu não entendi. Que o IP não. Isso é não. Delp e o Dark. Não teve uma palavra Dark, alguma coisa assim. Não entendi isso não. Eu acho que tá falando das cavernas.
It's like both beautiful and terrifying at the same time. Like, I have so many emotions when I look at that Deep Dark biome.
Yes, I mean, we really didn't want the Deep Dark biome to just be, caves or just skulks spread around. We wanted to add a bit more mystery to it. And, there's this ancient city, and what is it doing there? We're not going to tell the players, we're just going to let them go throughout and explore and see what they come to. And there's even this, like, ancient structure in every single city. It's got something interesting about it that you're going to have to explore in-game.
It's really cool. It feels like a place you want to explore.
Yes, I love that it really deepens the mystery of Minecraft. Like, Minecraft is all about player stories, and Deep Dark definitely inspires the storytelling.
That's so cool. And so last year you showed us the Skulk sensor, but I know you've been working on a little Skulk family.
Not so friendly, no. Yeah, last year we focused a lot on the Skulk sensor, but since then we've kind of been trying to figure out what do all the different blocks in the Skulk family do. And one of them actually is something called a Skulk catalyst. And the main thing about the Skulk catalyst is it's actually what causes the Skulk to spread. As you can see here, whenever a mob dies, such as a zombie, near the Skulk catalyst, it actually spreads Skulk underneath it. And the amount is based on how much XP.
Eu não gosto muito dessa batida, não. Eu gosto do Minecraft PE mesmo, a batida rapidão, tá ligado? E bater e esperar, eu gosto muito disso não.
Quite a lot, yes.
Eu vi aquela batida que dá pra fazer combo, tá ligado?
And as you can see here, when you mine some of the Skulk blocks, you actually get enchanting points.
Yes, and of course, if you still want to get some of the blocks for decoration or something, you can just use a silver touch.
Then we have the Skulk Shrieker. So when this block is activated, it's gonna give that really scary shriek sound that you heard now, and it also gives us darkness effects. It's like pulsating darkness.
Nossa, agora tem efeitozinho.
Sneaking and you step on a Skulk sensor, even sneaking it will activate.
Wow, okay, definitely not a friendly family. No. And I will say to our younger viewers, in a minute we're going to show you a clip that's a little scarier, but I mean, Brandon, those have so many things that players can do with them. Like, what do you imagine them doing?
I think the Skulk Catalyst is going to be really interesting because, you know, when you could create a mob farm with it, like through the tech community. Usually when a mob dies, it doesn't drop XP unless you, the player, actually kills it. So with this, you might be able to create some sort of XP farm. There's lots of opportunities.
And you can build like experiences for other players. Like imagine building like a haunted mansion or a really dark forest, and then you have the shriekers.
Terrifying.
You know, when players out walking and then they activate the shriek and you're like.
Or you do that all around your world, and just whenever anyone's visiting, I'm not gonna be shriekers are just shrieking. We have a community question for you.
Hi, it's Jinjam from Germany, and my question is, what was the inspiration behind the shrieker?
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting question. From the art side, we've actually had the inspiration behind the human larynx, which is like the vocal cord or vocal structure or something, just something that represents kind of creating sounds. And from the gameplay perspective, we wanted to make sure that, first of all, the warden spawns in a unique way, and also in a way that you can avoid it. So usually you can kind of sneak around, and as long as you don't activate the skull shriekers, then the warden won't come. But if you do make too many noises and the Skulk Shrieker activates too many times, the warden will come.
A atividade. Porra, é essa? Eita. Nossa. Ah, vai ter baú nesses lugares, Gabriel. Essas cavernas. Que é vai ter caverna, sabe essa caverna que é o bioma do monstro? Vai ter baús. Se você abrir o baú vai fazer barulho, pra chamar atenção. Você tem que andar agachado, tá ligado? Senão vai fazer barulho também. Não pode andar normalzinho não, tem que andar agachado, que assim chama atenção. Ó o bicho, Não!
Tapa morreu.
Não, se tiver com netherite, você toma metade do tapa. De netherite.
Netherite, certo?
Tá armadura.
E Dima? Será que pega com coração?
Eu acho que é uns 2 corações.
Que é com 2 corações?
Eu acho que é, sim. Se não me engano,
Netherite full power. Você vai ter que colocar.
Não, eu full power mesmo, que ele tira metade.
Esse é tipo... encantado, tô falando.
Nossa senhora!
Encantamento de proteção vai ter.
I'm kinda back to...
Não, só se liga isso aqui, gente. Ok, Gabriel. Só se liga isso aí, velho. Ó, olha o tempo que ele vai levar. Ó, viu? Ele tá de netherite, tá ligado? Você viu o dano que ele deu? O meu tá no meio de 20 minutos.
Wow, there is a lot there, Brandon.
Definitely a lot to unpack.
Mas tu viu?
Is that the warden actually emerges underground, so that means you know.
Mas ele tá de netherite, tá? Só avisando. Aquele dano foi mais do que a metade.
So of course you can sneak around and try to be, you know, quiet and not get detected. But unfortunately, the warden's still going to be able to sniff you out and find where you are, and if it sniffs you
Tá
well,
perto,
really
mas
close
não é
by,
isso
then
não.
it's going to start noticing you.
Wait, so basically the warden is like, smell that? It's happening. It's just like going for the
Pretty
players?
much, yes. It's not going to be fun for you.
No, and I love that we're adding that sneaking gameplay. We haven't really had that before, so you know, you're in the deep dark.
Tipo, o bicho só deu hit e você ficou com 2 corações e meio, Gabriel. Então o Demon se morre.
Really, really cool. I mean, I think you have definitely upped the
Qual foi a
terrifying
comparação?
level, Brandon. And I just love how much you've expanded the deep dark to feel it's so immersive.
Yes, definitely.
It's really amazing. Thank you so much for joining us and
scaring us.
No worries, that's my job.
He's our expert. Like, if you want to do something scary, like,
Obrigado.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you so much, Brandon.
So Agnes, the deep dark is one part, this sort of very adventurous side of the wild update, which the name is starting to really become clear after talking to Brandon. And then the other part you said is really this more of that beauty and, you know, the atmosphere of Minecraft.
Yes, so we want to like celebrate the wilderness of Minecraft, and one thing we want to focus on is immersion. So when you play Minecraft, we really want you to feel that you're inside the Minecraft world, actually, like we are now. So beautiful. And
Presta atenção, né, Gabriel?
we want to find like unique identity for different biomes. For
O
example,
bioma é
the birch
diverso.
forest, as you can see in this beautiful concept art.
Esse vai
So
ser
in the
um
birch
dos
forest, we
biomas
want
mais
to be
difíceis
like
de
light,
jogar, velho.
peaceful,
Das
and
cavernas,
sun
né? Que o
reaches the
bioma
ground,
mas pra bioma
trees
fez,
are
né? Que é a
taller,
superfície.
flowers, things like that.
It's really beautiful. It looks very
That's dark on the
Swedish in
wheel.
the birch forest.
That's true. That's actually a very Swedish forest. Yeah.
It's gorgeous. And then you have, so you want to add more atmosphere
E
to
tem
the
uns
different
3
biomes,
novos
but there's
biomas, né?
one biome
Que
that
tem
you
com as
want,
plantas,
I mean, I would say you're giving it
coisinha,
quite an
o
overhaul.
outro é
It's getting
só
a lot
caverna.
more in the wild update.
That's true, and that's the swamp. Oh, our art team is just so amazing. It's such a beautiful concept art, and as you can see here, the atmosphere is really
O
different
4
from
que
the
é
birch forest.
Aí não tem quando você vai
Really
colocar
is. It's amazing.
ativar
So we have another one of our gameplay
Então
designers
bota
here
ativar
and
para
our
o lado, né? Que é
swamp
tipo botão de
expert,
experiência,
Corey.
alguma coisa.
Welcome, Corey.
Hi, Corey.
Aí não tem
Hey,
que é
absolutely
teve
wild to be here.
Oh no, Corey.
Vai sair.
The puns are so
Você já vai,
quick
não,
to
finalmente já vai
start.
falar. Você já
It's
pensa
Corey,
assim,
after all.
então.
Yeah, it's very on
Então,
brand.
Eu sei,
So
porque
you're
é
going
uma
to tell us about
versão
all of the
técnica, assim.
I mean, there's a lot of exciting
Nas
things
outras
coming
versões
to
foi a
the
mesma
swamp.
coisa.
So what are we getting?
Yes, there are a lot of awesome things coming. The first of which is the boat with the chest in it.
Também 19 minutos, então.
19 minutos, eu tô com 17 e vai passar pra 16 agora. 16 e 58.
Meu Deus.
Ih, ó, o papagaio. Nossa, pode colocar. Ai, eu esbarco com o baú.
It's so useful.
O cara falou da jungle.
Yes, and
Tá vendo?
especially now, you know, in Caves and Cliffs Part 2, we have even wider rivers, so it's easier to
O
travel
cara
water, so
falou
it's
sobre
gonna be like
o barco
extra
de
useful.
com.
Yeah, and like in the aquifers as well.
Yes,
Pode
like
ser.
when you go rafting in the caves, you can like put your diamonds in the chest
Pode
in your
ser que
boat.
realmente, viu, Gabriel? Cheguei à beira da
And
jungle
you've been
mesmo,
working
assim,
on what
tipo,
I
nas
think now will
alturas.
be my favorite tree.
Isso não é teoria não, acho
Yes,
não, viu?
we are adding the mangrove tree to Minecraft. So as you
Eu
can
acho
see
que vai
here,
pegar
this is a
mesmo isso aí.
propagule, and propagules grow from mangrove trees. They're actually like
Porque
ready
falta
to
de
grow
jungle ainda colocar o vira e.
mini mangroves
Eu
growing
acho.
from the
O
mangrove.
Pátano não
And you can
tem
see here the
também, se eu não
mangrove
me
tree
engano. Se eu não me
grows
engano.
propped up on root blocks.
Ok, não me
It
lembro.
has vines hanging down from the leaves. The propagules are actually growing underneath the leaves. They actually grow from the leaves themselves. And I really like how the
Madressa,
propagules
mano.
are looking here.
É meio.
And okay, I'm just gonna nerd out on
Sei
propagules.
com rasgada.
Okay, so in real life, the propagules grow, like I said, from the mangrove tree. And then when they fall into the water, or like let's say they fall into water, they can float for up to a year before they plant themselves in the like water underneath the water or on land, wherever they happen to land. And mangrove trees themselves are actually amazing for like local ecosystems, fighting climate change, for local communities. They're just super trees, and I'm really, really excited that we're adding them to Minecraft.
That's awesome. And this is the first sapling that you can plant underwater.
Yeah, you can plant it underwater and on land as well.
That's so cool. When you first showed me the mangroves and you talked about your favorite thing, the propagules, I actually remember playing in mangroves in Florida, and we would use them to like right in the because they're super cool. So seeing them in Minecraft is just so exciting.
Acho que eu ia terminar
And of
antes do
course,
jogo previsto, né?
where there's a new tree, there must
Ou
be
não,
a new
será?
wood type.
Yes, the mangroves do come with a new wood type. And like always when we add a new tree, we're so happy, like we get so many questions from the community like, will there be a new wood type? and therefore we're so happy that we were able to add a new wood type for the mangroves. And look at it, I think it's really pretty. And you also don't see like all the blocks here. It's gonna be like a full set for the wood types. It's gonna be doors and trapdoors and so on.
That's gorgeous. I love it.
Mas vai criar uma pessoa.
I'm so excited about mangroves, but I just need to mention another thing. Because we decided to go
Mas agora a gente vai poder viver no mar.
Mas imagina, Gabriel. Gabriel, imagina a atualização dos barcos. Sim, tipo, aumenta barco grande, barco pequeno.
É massa.
For example, when you like go with a boat and then you can go under
Aí
the
não
mangroves,
seria
add such a nice feeling to it. Yeah, like in this picture.
Também, mas seria mas aí é tipo de barco, né?
I really agree. And like when I was testing, I really loved that feeling of like being underneath it, being like this huge feeling. And I wanted more. I wanted to be surrounded by mangroves. So I was like, why don't I just make a mangrove swamp biome where I'm completely surrounded by them? So as you can see in this video, walking around, you're just completely surrounded in the mangrove swamp. It's just mangroves as far as the eye can see, just like in real life. And you have all the mangroves propped up on their roots, growing in the water, so you can take your boat underneath like Agnes likes, and you're just completely surrounded by the awesome beauty of it.
It's so beautiful.
Oh, and during the sunset, every time I was testing, I would actually like pause the day-night cycle just to watch the sunset in the mangrove swamp. It was
That's absolutely gorgeous. I noticed that was not dirt.
Hi, Lydia. That was wet dirt, otherwise known as mud.
That's amazing. So you've actually added mud to do something really cool.
Yeah, so we're adding really cool renewability mechanics to mud. The first of which is if you take a dirt block and pour a water bottle on it, then you can get more mud. And then the other one is if you take your mud block and you stick it on top of the dripstone, it will sort of like drip the water out of the mud and eventually dry it out, which turns into clay.
I love the renewable clay. Like I always need more bricks. So perfect.
Yeah, your local mason isn't going to be super happy with you though.
That's actually true. I have this one mason, it's diamond tier mason in my village, and I always trade with them.
You're taking a village
job. They might be a bit upset now, but still renewable clay.
Yeah, it's really cool. And you're also using mud to make a new block.
Yes, we're also adding mud bricks. So mud bricks are really exciting like building block, and as you can see here, the brick texture is actually different than the other stone bricks that we have in the game. So they're sort of smaller, more compact, but it is really cool like to build with. It matches a lot of different block sets, and I'm really excited to build with them.
I just love the look of them. They're awesome. So beautiful. We have a creator question for the two of you.
どうもこんにちは、プチプチです。私からの質問はね、こちらになります。どうして泥レンガを追加することにしたのでしょうか？
I'm so excited they asked this question because I really wanted to answer it. So the main reason that I wanted to add mud bricks to the game is that I really wanted people to feel like they're, okay, all around the world, there are houses built out of mud bricks. So many people around the world have houses, buildings using mud bricks. And I really wanted people who are playing Minecraft to feel like they could build their home. And feel like they're at home in Minecraft. So I'm really glad we got to add them for that reason.
Amazing.
Yes, it's so important for us that like everyone feels equally welcome when playing Minecraft.
That is absolutely amazing. Now, so we have like amazing new trees. We have mud everywhere. We definitely need something very cute.
Caraca, Gabriel. Tá muito rápido aqui, velho. Definir. Sim. Ô, sapo! Sapo, velho. Sapo pururu. E tá mesmo.
Isso aqui é no pântano, né? Puta que lá, velho.
É no pântano, o sapo vai ficar. Caraca, uma massa sapo no Minecraft, velho. Mas ele é laranja, mano.
They are cute and derpy. That's the perfect description of them. The croaking is amazing.
And did you see the one that jumped like backwards?
One fell in the water.
Silly frogs. Yes.
Eu prefiro
And
o
they
sapo
do, like,
verde.
they do love to jump around, and especially on lily pads, and actually also on big drip leaves, because the big drip leaves kind of look like lily pads. But the funny thing with that is then when they jump on top of the big drip leaves, it's gonna tilt and then they fall down.
One of them did. It just maybe it's a like frog slide.
Pular.
And you're adding another little tiny creature to this update.
Yes, the Fireflies. So you can see them roaming around, adding a lot of ambience to the swamp, making it feel just nice and cozy at night. But really, my favorite part of them is just making the world come to life, like feeling like there's life going on all around you. And oh yeah, also their frog food. Yeah, forgot to mention that.
Caraca! Nossa, parece que vai ter...
Yeah, but look how happy the frog is.
That is beautiful frog food. So you can both enjoy them in the atmosphere, and the frogs get to eat. So that's, you know.
Everybody wins.
Now, we're calling them fireflies, but Corey, is that what you called them growing up?
Actually, no, we called them ladybugs.
I did too.
É.
And in
Aí eu
Swedish,
só vai ficar pegando.
Eldflugor, and that
Pegando,
actually
pegando.
literally translates to fireflies.
okay. It's very interesting. It became like a lot of people talking about what you
Não,
call
dragon é
growing up, but we're really excited to have
mas tem
fireflies
mobs
or lightning bugs
atualização.
in the game. I want to know more about baby frogs.
Quantos
Yeah,
já
so
existe, tá vendo?
all baby mobs in Minecraft are just like
quantos já
tiny versions of the grown-ups, but with frogs.
Minuto, Gabriel.
11, mano. No 11. Tu tá 4 minutos a menos.
8:33.
Tá. Volta esse pouquinho, que é antes, cara. Volta um pouquinho.
Aí voltou. 3, 2, 1 e... Oxi! Coisinha do sapo, Gabriel, ó. O coisinha do sapo, Gabriel. Aqui quando eles nascem.
Once again, you deliver on the promise of cute and derpy with the tadpoles.
Yes, and you can pick them up in a bucket.
Yes, and that's actually extra helpful for the tadpoles, because we have frog variants, and when a tadpole grows up, it will pick a variant depending on the temperature in the biome it grows up in. So, for example, if it grows up in a really cold place, it's going to turn into a snowy frog. Yeah, as you can see here. So, the frogs have came like two main systems. One is the tadpole system, and the other one is the cold-blooded system. So, frogs are like the first cold-blooded animal in Minecraft. And in real life, there actually are frog variants that pick a color depending on, like, or they adapt their color depending on temperature. And we wanted to have that in Minecraft. We wanted to, like, Minecraftify it. So therefore, the tadpole's going to pick a variant instead, depending on the temperature.
That's so cool. And there are 3 variants.
Yes, it's going to be 3 variants.
Okay, so we've seen 2. What's the third one?
The third one is the tropical frog. So let's say you were venturing out into the desert or the jungle.
Ele
And
vai
you
ter
take
alguma
your tadpole with you, and if it grows up there,
Sapo
it'll turn into a
branco.
lovely tropical frog. And what I really love about the tropical
Sapo
frogs is how just
branco, mano.
relaxed they look, and they're like blending into the sand almost. They're just so relaxed, just chilling there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think there was a reason that they were.
Yes, there is a reason that they are white. So, like, I was reading a lot about frogs. With me, that's something new. We read up a lot. It's super fun because we can be really geeky. And then I learned about the real-life frog that's called grey foam-nest tree frog and lives, for example, in Angola, Botswana, and Kenya. And that frog can actually turn almost white to avoid overheating. So that's like the inspiration for the tropical frog in Minecraft.
I love all 3 of them. And you didn't, so you have these different color variations, but you also have something else special about the frogs.
Yes, so each frog variant's gonna have something unique that will be useful for the players. But we actually don't even know what that is yet because we're working on the frogs right now.
That is so cool. So Corey, which frog is your favorite?
Oh, it's gotta be the snowy
Caraca,
frog.
que
It looks
rapidez,
so cozy.
gente.
Ooh, I'm
começaram de uma
tropical
sala
frog. I'm
rápido.
very interested to see which one the community loves the
I'm
most.
just gonna love them
all of them. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for joining us, Corey, and taking us into a deep dive of really cool swamp things.
Obrigado.
Happy to be here.
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you, Corey.
I'm just gonna hop on out of here.
Bye,
So
Corey.
many puns. I like that.
This is quite an awesome update, and I mean, I really see the name for the Wild update. You get a bit of everything in it.
Yes, and I love the contrast. Yeah, as you can see in this pretty concept art, it's really like that beautiful nature and the super terrifying deep dark, and I love that contrast between these two things.
It's absolutely amazing. Well, we're getting close to the end of the show, and as always, the time has flown by, and a lot has happened during this show. So let's look back at some of the biggest announcements, and then we will reveal the winning mob.
Nossa, eu tô passando tudo fácil não, velho. Ah! Em 2022 vai inventar das árvores de ponto. Eu tô deixando de quanto, mano. É instável.
Sabia.
3 minutos e 51.
Tu tá 3 minutos, eu tô 6 minutos, velho. Caraca.
E 51. 3, 2, 1 e...
Now it's time to see what mob you chose to add to the game. Hey Jens, do you have the results?
Yes, I have them right here in my chest.
Wow!
Really exciting.
You really came in style.
Se aparecer aqui ganhando, não fala não.
Here you go.
Thank you so much. That looked really comfortable.
Okay,
but now it's time to announce the winner.
Eu vou botar um pouco também.
Tá falando aí alguma coisa, cara? Os caras.
Até bom, mas eu vou entender mais ou menos.
Entender mais ou menos o que vai ter, né?
Now it's time to...
Vimos aí que novas de bioma que vai ter, novos animais.
Sim, o Xolote vai ter a parte 2. Eu gostei do bioma do Dark Lake. Massa.
Eu gostei de ver o bioma do... que dia das árvores.
Vai ser massa quando chegar esses sapos aqui no mar de mar. Né? 2 mobs de uma vez, né?
Bom.
Né?
É de outros que vão aparecer devagarmente. É muito, pô. Parece muitos.
Isso vai... Mas eles são bem pequenininhos. Parece uma forma. Não, é 2 pixels. O verde e o preto.
2 pixinhos. Pra não... Né?
Travar.
Né, travar.
E a abelha, que era pra ser pequena e é gorda?
Era pra a abelha ter uns
4 piques.
Não, 4 não. Não tá bom o tamanho dela, tá? Pronto, acabou.
Mas ela tá gorda, né?
Bem gorda.
Parece que comeu muito. Olha, eu parei no meu 3:40, hein?
Tem 4 minutos. Tá mostrando tudo que a mostrou na live, pessoal.
Sim, tava passando.
Dungeon, sapo, frogs, tudo que vai ter.
Eu espero que invente mais coisa de dungeon pro celular, tá ligado?
O do bloco com água, né? Que vai começar...
Não, isso aí vai chegar, que estão dizendo na live, então vai chegar, né?
Gap Dark, que vai ser o bioma do Waden, né? Waden.
Claramente vai chegar o do... A pergunta é esse bioma vai chegar em que versão do Mine?
Aí deu 1.19. Vai ser 1.19.
Não, 1.19 já é outra atualização.
Deu 1.18 tudo de uma vez?
É. Porque a parte 2 é só 1.18. Agora 1.19 já é outra versão.
Vai, vamos entender.
3. Então 30, eu tô no 4.
What mob you chose to add to the game? Hey Jens, do you have the results?
Yes, I have them right here in my chest.
Wow!
Very exciting.
You really
30, para 3, 2, vai.
came in style.
O resultado, quem ganha essa corrida?
Thank you so much. That looked really comfortable. Okay, but now it's time to announce the winner.
Ok.
And the winner is
A anunciação é...
Alai!
Eita!
I'm super happy about that.
O Alai ganhou, velho.
That is so exciting. So Agnes, when
Caraca.
can everyone
Que
expect the
feliz.
LA?
So the LA will be included in the Wild update, and it's gonna be released next year.
Next year, the Wild update with the LA. I can't wait. Thank you all so much for joining us. Minecraft wouldn't be what it is today without all of you from all of us at Mojang Studios. Thank you so
Aí a
much.
pergunta, o William Upgrade não pode ser um ponto não, Rafael, o William Upgrade.
Pode ser 1.19.
Aí esse Alai vai ser no...
Não 1.19, não 1.19 isso aí. Oxi, um golem? Fiz resumo.
Esse é de dano. Peraí que eu vou ter que voltar aqui, porque puta que da merda.
O que foi? A minha não caiu não.
Pra mim é sim.
Aí ó, voltou. Oxi.
Eu pausei.
Game for Floating. E a live acabou, Gabriel. Pra mim. Falta 1 minuto e 50. E 4. Deixa eu ver pra mim se tá rolando normalmente.
Tô vendo aqui. Acabou a live. Bom, gente, espero que tenham gostado da live, com os amigos. Fala aí nos comentários o que você gostou mais da live, os que vai ter.
Será que tem algum segredo no final da live?
Não sei, deixa eu dar uma olhada aqui.
Deixa eu passar pra ver se tem alguma coisa, tá ligado? Ficou preto
aqui, puta que dá mesmo.
Ficou preto.
Aí voltou. Tem não.
Tem nada não.
Obrigado por sintonizar tudo aqui. Então, deixa o like aí embaixo, meus amigos. Se inscreva aí no canal pra eu ter trazido.
Exato.
Ficamos aqui umas 2 horas.
2 horas, Umas 2 horas e meia, 2 horas e 10.
Foi 2 horas e 10 essa perreta aqui. Foi mais 10 minutos.
Minha live caiu, vai ter que ter 2 partes, né?
Dividir em 2 partes. A voz sempre cai,
Mas se ela tava tá quente e ainda tá quente.
Bom, aí embaixo na minha live vai ter aí o canal de Rafael. E na live de Rafael vai ter no meu canal. O Discord vai ter na descrição. Na live de Rafael vai ter o Discord dele, o WhatsApp, né?
Mas eu vou colocar nessa live, que eu não coloquei nessa live, tava na outra live.
Na parte 2, diga assim.
Na parte 2.
Então espero que tenham gostado, compartilhem com os amigos.
E daqui a pouco eu posso dizer que esteja a live de Minecraft.
Vai ter uma live de Minecraft aí, já que a gente fez a live de Minecraft aqui da live de Minecraft, a gente vai fazer uma de Minecraft. Ou em servidor ou em mapa. Então, até a próxima.